I thought one of the biggest stories I had in the book was the fact that the whole story around Newsnight and their interview, on which people like Only Mateless and Sam McAllister wrote books and had TV films made, is actually not the truth. And the truth is, and it's been suppressed, the real story. The truth is that the investigation into Andrew was being conducted by a Panorama team in Northern Ireland. The producer was a woman called Laura Burns. It was run by a man called Andrew Head, with a man called Dara McIntyre also working with her, and I think a woman called Gabrielle Dini. And they went out around the States interviewing victims, following stories, interviewing Virginia Giuffre. And they had a huge program that they wanted to transmit. And they went to the palace in August of 2019 and said, we want to give you a right of reply. The Palace, who had been talking to Newsnight about a very different program about Pitch at the Palace, which was a charitable enterprise that Andrew ran, um, uh, then found themselves a beneficiary of basically a change of focus. Now, whether the Palace then said that we don't want to talk to Panorama, but they said to the BBC, we'll talk to Newsnight. Um, or whether someone at Newsnight decided to pass everything across to someone called Esme Wren, who seems to be a crucial figure. But whether all the material from Panorama was passed to Newsnight at the behest of someone senior in the BBC, I just don't know, and I don't think Laura Burns knows. But the result was all her research was passed to Newsnight. They didn't know about this until 72 hours before the interview. Uh, um, so this idea that they've been sort of working on the palace for months is not correct. And I think one of the sad things is that though Emily Maitlis did a great job, she didn't ask many of the questions I think that the Panorama team wanted to ask. And in some ways, Andrew did get a slightly softer interview than, I mean, it's maybe hard to believe now, but only because Andrew behaved so stupidly in the interview. But he had a slightly easier ride with Newsnight than he would have had from Panorama. But poor old Laura Burns and her team were completely written out of the script, not mentioned at all. When there were BAFTA awards going, she was never mentioned. And she actually left television in disgust and now works in a completely different industry.